Hello and welcome back to Carefree TV. This is a preview for the whole City game going on tomorrow. That's 3 o'clock kick for Stampford Bridge. Didn't do a sporting review because I didn't have time because I've got these like mocks, whatever they're called, for my GCSEs in the summer. They're meant to be important, but whatever. And it's a game I watched it. I felt we did quite well. I felt we kept possession of the ball pretty comfortably. Sporting were pretty poor. A few players who I think did prove their worth. Felt Schürrle had a good game. Felt he looked a lot more direct than he usually was. Bearing in mind we are playing. Remember who we're playing. Remember they were pretty ordinary. So, but I think Schürrle getting a goal would be good for his confidence. I think that Mikel. Now Mikel he got scapegoated against a lot. Against Newcastle, and I for one didn't actually think he played that bad. Well, he did play badly, but the point with Mikel is he's shit. Okay, he's not a good player. He doesn't take risks at all. He's just backwards and sideways. He's pretty ordinary. But at least against Newcastle, he tried to change his game a little bit. He tried to go forward a bit more. He tried to play the ball forward. Inevitably it didn't work. But I like to see it. I like to see him at least try and develop his game a bit more. Because remember when we signed this kid, he was like the next big thing. We robbed him off United. Everyone wanted him, and his career's gone a bit flat. I still don't rate him, but I want to give him credit for at least trying to change his game, change the way he plays, and he scored a goal against Sporting and did quite well. Player who I think because obviously it was a nothing game really, so I decided to watch a few players who trying to prove themselves. Mohamed Salah was one of them. He did nothing. I think people saying he's playing well. Really, I mean that Sporting side. That Sporting playing their absolute hardest because they need to win or draw to go through, and they look shocking. They look really poor, and Salah can't influence against those sides. That's quite worrying. Another player is Felipe Luis, who might start against us as a whole because he did all right when he came on against Newcastle. I felt what I've been saying about Luis pretty much since I first started seeing him. His positioning is poor. Alright, in La Liga, he was able to get forward a lot, which he still does for us, but because it was a slower game, there was less counter-attacks, he was able to track back and recover it now. You saw against, their goal, I think, even came from that side. I can hardly remember the game. Against QPR as well, Charlie Austin came from a breakdown that side. He did kept being beat by that fast winger they had, whose name I can't remember. So I was disappointed that because I feel that he's going forward. He's brilliant. He's quick. His crossing is world class. Really, some of the best I've seen. From a fullback, and yeah, it's disappointing that defensively he's not that great. Anyway, on to the game against Hull City, where it's a game we should win, and it's a lot more important because after we lost against Newcastle, I myself overreacted massively to that game. But we've got to look at it this way. We're on a little bit of a blip if we don't get 3 points out of this game. If we don't get 3 points out of this game, we would be 1 win in 4 in the league. And City are catching up. City are winning games every single week, improving, and they're catching us and they're playing well. So I think it's very important. Hull are in bad form as well, and we've got a good record against them. So expecting a win. Team I think will be unchanged from Newcastle. To be honest, I feel that is our strong. Matic coming from Mikel. Apart from that, I think that will be that'll be our team. Will be same as usual. Hull's biggest threats. They don't really have it. I actually thought Hull would do well this year because that's before they sold Shane Long and had a few injury problems. You looked at their side. They had Aluko, they had Long, they had Jalovic, they had Brady. Huddleston, Livermore. They had a good solid side, and they've lost that a bit. And you've got to worry for them because I don't think that we shouldn't lose to them at all. We shouldn't even draw against them, even if we play fantastically and we lose. That's a bad result, and we've got to be disappointed. So, Hull should beat them really. Lineups, like I said, it'll be unchanged. I think Diego needs to get a goal this game because we know perfectly well when strikers are going out of form, and if he doesn't score this game, I think it'll be like 5 games he hasn't scored in, which it may, it's not that bad considering what we're used to as strikers, goal droughts. But these games they start totting up a bit. They get in his head. Hopefully, he can just get a goal, get out of the system, and stop worrying. Because that's the thing. We need to start stopping blips early, stopping players' form dips early. Because towards the end of last year, Hazard's form was dropping, and we never really noticed it. And I think that's what cost us the league, because he kept playing, whereas Schürrle was really starting to become a world, wouldn't say world class, top, it's been top quality performances. So, yeah, I think I'm not going to this game. I'm afraid usually I go to way more than I've done this season. It's been busy, got his exams and stuff. But yeah, next year you'll probably see way more because I should hopefully have more time, so be able to go to more. Hull City support's pretty poor from memory. They haven't even brought the extra allocation, so hopefully we should make a bit of noise against them, which I think is important because it's hard when you're at home watching on the TV or computer or whatever, and you're not there. You really wanna, and you can't really hear your own fans sing. You do want them to pick up the noise, but I'm sorry. This preview's been pretty bad. I've had to rush it. Tired as well after the week long of exams, but hopefully we'll come back strong against Hull, win the game, get back to winning ways, and see for the review. So yeah, and hope you enjoyed the video. Keep the blue for flying eye, all that usual stuff. Let's go and beat Hull City. Goodbye.